What is good, y'all? It's your boy, The Shows, and if you're new to the channel, welcome to Shows World TV. So today, we're gonna switch it up a bit, man. I've been watching this channel for a while, Bright Side, and they got some pretty dope content. So today, gonna be reacting to this video, why progress bars slow down and speed up randomly. Now, this video got me curious because, I used to download a lot of things in the past, so understand the struggle of the progress bar kind of, getting a little crazy. So this might even deal with more modern things like streaming and whatever. I'm not too sure yet, but let's find out together, man. So y'all want to go watch the original, the link will be in the description. So let's get right to it.
So, you decide to download a new game. Your laptop says it will take 5 minutes. You hurry into the kitchen to make a quick sandwich. As you rush back into your room, the download time somehow extends to 40 minutes. You take your dog for a walk and run back home to a laptop that says you have to wait another hour. You clean your house, climb a mountain, get a degree in rocket science, fly to Mars, and as you come back, you still have 5% to download. When you're giving it a task, your computer plans what has to be done and calculates how much time it can take. It's simple, and the progress bar is moving smoothly when it has one task to finish. For example, when you're watching a video, all it has to do is play. Unless you pause it, or there's a power outage, it'll finish exactly when the progress bar is showing you. But sometimes, things don't go as planned. Downloading files from the internet will take a different time, depending on how powerful your gadget is and how fast your connection is. Decompressing the newly downloaded files can go faster or slower, depending on your processor. The speed of saving, reading, and deleting files is based on how fast and cluttered your disk is. If the download has to change the system settings, your operating system can...
And that is why I don't keep everything on my laptop, because I noticed whenever, especially in the past, when I would keep everything on the laptop, the computer would move so much slower, especially when downloading things.
Or slow down the process. That's why even the smartest programmers can't predict exactly how fast the download will go. When you give your computer a more routine task, like moving 1,000 files from your desktop to your flash drive, things aren't that simple either. Imagine you're in line for a movie premiere. You become part of a live progress bar. You can guess how long it's going to take for you to get in if you count the people ahead of you. You can see the line physically moving towards your goal. But one guy in the front can't find the electronic ticket on his phone. It takes 5 extra minutes. It starts raining, and some people decide to leave. And you've just got 3 minutes ahead of your estimated entrance time. A movie star arrives for the premiere, and you all have to wait another 20 minutes. You just can't multiply the amount of time it takes to move each file by their number for the same reasons. Copying many small files can take longer than a couple of large ones. Switching from file to file takes time. If you opened another window while...
Yeah, if you ever had to transfer video and music files, especially to an external hard drive, like say, because I got a 1 terabyte drive that still hasn't been completely filled yet, and I've had that thing since maybe I'm gonna say 2016, maybe 2015 when I bought it. To this day it still hasn't been filled. So yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, when I've moved a lot of files, it's taken anywhere from close to an hour, maybe more. So yeah.
It'll slow down the download or transfer. Your computer might get overheated and decide not to go too fast to avoid damage. It could run some maintenance in the background as well. Your phone can also seriously slow down if you start streaming a video while downloading an app. The only progress bar that's accurate 100% of the time is the one you can see at some websites. They make you wait for 15 seconds, pretending they're loading something while you have to look at ads. Just accept that progress bars won't tell you exactly when the process will be over and won't move smoothly. Their main task is to let you know that the process is going on. May I say, big whoop? The QWERTY layout of your keyboard is a reminder of old manual typewriters. It was invented to prevent jams and speed things up. Setting the oft-used keys apart from each other makes the typist switch between the hands more often. When you're typing a sequence of letters with one hand, you're more likely to make unwanted repetitions and typos. You can spell way more words using only your left hand than the right one.
Really?
The left and right Shift, Control, and Alt keys have the same functions. There's a pair of each of them for your comfort. You usually use them in combination with some other key. It's easier to press the left Shift.
That reminds me, how many of y'all can actually type without looking at the keyboard? Because I've mastered it, somewhat. The only thing I won't do that with is typing passwords. But if I'm just writing anything regular, or basically typing anything regular on a laptop, I can type without looking at any of the keys at all. It's a skill I would suggest anyone learn, because especially if you don't want to, constantly have to be looking at something new, that can be a good skill for just if you want to edit a video or just anything like that. I would say definitely it's going to take some time, because this took years to learn, but typing without looking at the keys is definitely a good skill to have.
Keys on the right side of the keyboard. Same with the right Shift and the left side of the keyboard. When your computer gets slow, it's not always because of a virus. You might have too many programs running in the background, or
My dad.
every time you boot up your gadget. It might be some security utility that's slowing down the whole system. Your computer probably doesn't have enough RAM to run programs within memory. If it has to use the hard drive, it's not going to show its best speed. If your
That just reminded me, I need to upgrade the drive on this laptop soon. Not right away, because I notice, especially if I'm editing video for a long time, if I don't declutter some of the files afterwards, it'll definitely slow down, or just not have enough you know and not have enough RAM and all that. So yeah.
computer keeps getting into a restarting loop. It could be a hardware problem, malware attack, some bad drivers. Hey, I've been on the road with those guys. Faulty updates, dust in the processor, and many other issues. Try disabling the auto restart feature. If it's a recent problem, reinstall the latest system update. It was probably installed wrongly. Update your system drivers automatically. Try unplugging external devices like a printer, headphones, mouse, and USB drive. Then connect them again, one by one, and see if any of them is to blame. The most common cause of a noisy laptop fan is dust. You should get it cleaned every year. There are apps that let you control your fan speed. Sometimes slowing it down can reduce the noise. Make sure you don't have any malware on your laptop. It can increase its working temperature. Only use your PC on a flat, solid surface. It'll keep the airflow to and from the fan smooth. When you send a file to the recycle bin, it doesn't get deleted for good. It just ends up in a different folder. When you empty the bin, you remove the reference to the file on the hard drive. Once you've done it, the computer can't see the file anymore. The space that file occupied can now be used by a different one.
That's actually something I had learned maybe like a good 4 or 5 years ago, that when you're deleting something, it doesn't technically go away. It just is no longer visible within, I guess, the general space of a computer. And I never really knew that. I just figured when you hit the delete button and you empty the trash, it's just gone. But yeah, like you just said, it's not completely gone. And I've actually been able to recover files using the software on this Mac here. Maybe some of you heard of it. Disk drill, I believe it's called. Anyway, man, yeah.
Until that happens, your deleted data is still on the hard drive and can be restored, although it won't be that easy.
Yeah.
So if you want to protect your data, remove the hard drive from a computer you're putting on sale. Macs can get malware. Apple does a lot to protect users from it, but you can never be 100% safe. A phishing email can still make you give away your personal data or login details. You might run into adware. Luckily, before you install...
Yeah, I recently, maybe like 2, 3 years ago, switched to Mac, only because I know it's more beneficial in terms of what I'm doing. Now, I have nothing against PC users. Obviously, I've used a PC, laptop for years, and only thing with that is I did get a lot of blue screens and a lot of situations where I had to, you know, get the computer fixed or cleaned out or whatever. But if you're gonna use a Mac, I would suggest learning all the features before you move forward, because it's not that complicated, but it's certainly, I wouldn't say as simple as a PC. But I switched to Mac because I get better video editing processing, and I don't necessarily have to deal with a lot of issues as far as viruses go. So yeah, there you go.
Any app, your Mac will check if it's on the bad list and won't let you download it. You don't really have to safely remove USB flash drive from your laptop.
Really?
New generation Windows has a default setting of quick removal. It doesn't let your system constantly try to write to a flash drive. Same as with a Mac. You shouldn't pull out the drive when copying is in progress or milliseconds after it's done. Otherwise, it doesn't make a big difference. Your computer probably turns on by itself because you have the Allow Wake Timers option on. Try disabling it, as well as the automatic restart and maintenance functions. It could also wake up to install scheduled updates, so cancel those. If your laptop battery starts draining faster than ever, dim screen brightness to win an extra 30 minutes a day.
Yep.
Opt for a dark, solid background. Activate the energy saver in system preferences on a Mac, or go from balance to power saver mode in the control panel power option on a Windows laptop. Choose hibernation over sleep mode. Clear the junk and cache to make the laptop faster and less battery hungry. Turn off auto app updates and notifications. Find the biggest power eaters in the battery status menu under the list of apps using significant energy on your Mac. On a Windows computer, type "see which apps are affecting your battery life" into the search bar. See if you really need them altogether. If not, delete them. In case your computer keeps freezing, check your mouse. The cable probably just unplugged from the source. If you have a wireless mouse, you might have to change the batteries. Another reason for system freezes is overheating.
Yeah.
Make sure there's nothing in the way of
one.
your computer vents, or your processor will be in trouble. Other possible causes for freezing are driver and third-party software errors and viruses. If your computer takes forever to shut down, help it and close all active programs that you opened while you're using it. Even one single app can extend the process up to 20 minutes. Run some antivirus software. Get rid of old files and temporary internet files to clear up some memory and operating space. Install a cleaner tool to remove damaged files from the registry database. And there you have it.
Okay, so y'all, that was a very interesting video, and I learned a lot. I hope y'all did as well, and I hope y'all enjoyed that video with me. So, yeah, that was Brightside. Learning about the progress bar slowing and, up and down process, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty interesting, man. But yeah, I do notice when I use YouTube on my smart TV, for example, it won't buffer necessarily, but it will definitely not always load the way it's supposed to, and sometimes the TV will restart itself when it's supposed to be constantly keeping the process going with loading the video as it plays. But other than that, yeah, usually I don't have too many issues with the progress bar these days. That's why I would say, like I said, for me the Macs are definitely king right now, and I wouldn't necessarily go back to a PC laptop. But again, I have nothing against PC laptop users, man. That's just what I want to say about that. But yo, hope y'all enjoyed that. So I want to thank y'all for watching, and this is Shows World TV once again. So I make reaction sketches and vlogs, man. So don't forget to hit that bell to be notified every time I make a new video, every Thursday. Man, yeah, I'm kind of tired, so I'm about to go edit this in a bit. So once again, thank y'all for watching. Follow me on the socials. All the links for those in the description down below, including some free music and for purchase and everything like that. So yo, it's your boy The Shows, and I will see you guys next time when I upload. Peace.